Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Okay. Sorry guys, that came from the Vanguard. I know, I'm plugging this anime pretty hard, but this is probably like one of my favorite seasons of a Vanguard anime, and it has nothing to do with playing cards. It's got so much good plot though.
It's also a bit of a parody with plot.
Yeah, it's a really good parody of everything in the Vanguard anime and pop culture. And check out this title on Dead Links. So we have never showcased Dead Links before, but we will be showcasing Dead Links versus GamerPenguin this round. And if you notice, Dead Link's title is he has a top 100 title from the Amaterasu season. And this is Royals versus Shadows. So,
where's that Shadow White Day skin?
Not everyone uses the skins.
He doesn't have the sleeves either.
Yes, this is obviously a farming deck. Yes, that's what he spent so much time grinding to top 100 during Amaterasu season, he forgot to sleeve his deck. That's what happened.
Aw, GamerPenguin gave him a shout out. He said, wow, top 100.
But
respect.
For real though, congratulations for your top 100 Dead Links. And again, this is the first time we've ever showcased Dead Links in one of our matches.
Cool, it's not often I see people use that starter.
Yeah, I'm actually not used to that starter either. A lot of the time I see full bow. For those who don't know, Creeping Dark Goat is the Counterblast 1 generic. Put it in Soul, look at top 5 for a grade 3 starter. Typically, a lot of Shadow Paladin decks I see use Full Bow, as you can just guarantee a Blast or Dark when you ride Javelin. But Full Bow is a lot more high rolly, so I think Creeping Dark Goat's the more safe option. So I don't think it's a bad choice at all. And we do see here now that Dead Links did choose to go ahead and go for the damage denial play against GamerPenguin and keep him from getting the Wingall effect off on the turn 2. And that's actually going to be a really good idea for Dead Links here. As we can see GamerPenguin's hand, he's only missing the Blaster Dark.
To be fair, you don't make top 100 without
actually knowing what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely. And we're going to see the ride into Masquerade. So Masquerade is kind of like the Bedivere of Shadow Paladin. If you have a Blaster Vanguard, it gains 3. And if you notice right here, this Bedivere, if your Vanguard's a Blaster, this gains 3. So they are literally the same card, just for different clans.
Technical difficulties, babe?
Yeah, a little bit. Namain is going to go ahead and discard the Dark Dictator and draw 2 cards. And we're going to see the 10k Vanilla being called as another Interceptor. Wow, so he's going to call 2 Interceptors and then choose not to attack at all. And that's going to limit GamerPenguin a lot here. And he's going to emote with here. Oh, I see. That's going to lock him out of the Blaster Dark at this point. As in, giving 1 damage could have allowed for a Wingall Brave for the next turn. However, if he had given 2 damage, he actually could have called this Trumpeter right here and used it to grab the Blaster Dark. So that was actually a very smart play here by Dead Links to guarantee that that the Blaster Dark doesn't hit the board at least until he also is on grade 3. And there's the Blaster Dark going to the bottom of the deck. Alright, and then we're going to see a defensive draw trigger. So far this game is, I can't really say it's going in a certain player's favor right now, but Dead Links is using some pretty hard strats to make sure that GamerPenguin doesn't get off his effects. And we see the Phantom Blaster Dragon Ride. And we can see the Battered Car grabbing the 10k Vanilla from the top of the deck. So that's actually a really nice way to ensure an Interceptor without dropping too many cards from hand right off the bat. He's going to go ahead and pop off both the Interceptors with his rearguard attacks, and the Vanguard's going to come straight in. 10 on 10 to go ahead and deal the first damage of the game to GamerPenguin. The first one on this side of the board. And there's going to be a Blaster Dark going to damage.
That's what you said, the first damage to GamerPenguin.
Yes,
that's what that means.
Yeah.
They decided the board.
Clarification.
What was there to be unclear about?
And then So we're going to see a Blaster Blade go ahead and called. And he's not afraid to risk this Blaster Blade dying off, as it is an Interceptor, so it's going to get hit next turn. But he's not afraid to see this one die off. He's got 2 more in his hand. He's missing the Dark. Yes. He's actually missing the Dark right now. However, more than likely he'll be getting that next turn with Wingull Brave's effect here.
Also, may I just say, MLB looks a lot prettier in Magical Girl Emmy sleeves.
And Shiny is going to have the whole world putting their MLB decks in Magical Girl Amy sleeves. I can't say much. I'm going to be doing it too. So, we've already got the sleeves. And here it comes. The Phantom Blaster Overlord Cross Ride. So,
he's also coming to standard.
Yes, so Dead Links has now ensured that he has Cross Ride power before allowing MLB to come online. And that's actually very detrimental, and we're seeing some pro strats here from Dead Links. And just remember, guys, if you don't play the TCG in real life, you should. It's really good.
We recommend you should.
It's really good. Except premium. It's kind of Zazani right now. And that's actually my preferred format. So I'm kind of hoping that card gets banned.
That's my preferred.
Yeah, it's both of our preferred formats.
Yeah, but you're better at standard. Let me have premium.
I'm better at standard, but I like premium more. Everyone's better at standard. It's just oh, hit trigger, I win.
I don't hit triggers most of the time.
That's why you don't like it.
And I run the deck thin decks.
Yes. Alright, so we're going to see, he's going to go ahead and push GamerPenguin to 2 damage here. And now we're going to see GamerPenguin get MLB's effect online for the first time of the match. Alright, so we see a heal trigger. And that's going to keep the MLB for swinging for straight lethal here. Although either attack of this one, or had he not healed, either one would bait a PG out of hand. We're going to see a whiff on a heal trigger right here. Going to go ahead and give the power to the Vanguard. And there's the Sentinel. So this game is going to stay at 3-2. Alright, there we go. Now we see the 10k Vanilla being called, boosted by a Sharon. And here we go, going into the battle phase. We're going to see the battle card go ahead and take out the Interceptor. And now,
Still can't believe I won, like, half my games in standard writing that card instead of Phantom Blaster.
Yeah.
But that was always, I got really lucky with my calls.
And the rear guard's going to go ahead and attack. He's not going to hit the defensive. And now we're going to see Phantom Blaster Overlord attacking. And he's thinking about whether he's not going to go ahead and do the Persona Blast. And there it is. So he's going to go ahead and gain 10k and a crit. And as we see here, GamerPenguin does not have the Sentinel in hand. So this is going to go ahead and push him to 5.
Well, that's scary.
And there's the draw trigger. The draw trigger is going to go ahead and draw another MLB. And the MLB really is kind of a dead card once you draw the first. So, not really much of a help here. So he's going to go ahead and call the Blaster Blade. That's probably going to pop off the Interceptor here. And then we're going to go ahead and see what other stuff he plans on doing this turn. There's the MLB getting thrown on the rear guard. And he's going to go ahead and call the full board. So, the Vanguard's going to go ahead and attack first. He's going to check the trigger. And all effects are going to go to the MLB column so that it can swing for 23. And there's the Sentinel again. So we have now seen 2 Sentinels from Dead Link's side of the board. MLB's going to go, or Blaster Blade's going to go and swing on the rear guard. And then the MLB, he's debating on whether or not he wants to give him that second counterblast. He's going to choose not to. So he's going to keep, Dead Links here with 1 open counterblast. And that's to keep him from using this counterblast 2 and counterblast 2 effect to go ahead and pop off the Blaster Blade. He's basically trying to save his interceptor here. And that's a very smart move, as it's honestly the only thing that could possibly keep him alive. Although right now this game looks like it's going to Dead Links.
Have I mentioned that you're a much better commentator than I am?
I try. And there's going to be a whiffed heal trigger, but it doesn't really matter, as this is going to go ahead and swing for the lethal attack, and we do not see a heal trigger on the 6 damage. So the first game will go to Dead Links, piloting Shadow Paladin. And now we're going to go ahead and switch over and watch game 2 from Dead Link's point of view, and we're going to get a little bit of a spotlight on Dead Link's Shadow Paladin deck.
I can't see from here. Who's that emblem?
It's a really good question. That's a really good question.
Hey, Dead Links, hit us up in the Discord and let us know who that emblem is.
Yeah.
Because apparently we're bad
at recognizing the very small avatars of the faces of units. And Dead Link's tag here is it's all luck. And honestly, I don't disagree. This is Card Fight Vanguard. And he's going to go ahead and send back the Bat of Car Grade 3, as that was the only one in hand. And he did draw into the Phantom Blaster Overlord. So we may end up seeing him skip Phantom Blaster Dragon, but Overlord is honestly just a better Grade 3 anyway. Really, in my opinion, Phantom Blaster Dragon is just really only good for the cross-ride power that it provides for Overlord. And we're going to go ahead and see GamerPenguin here, as he used Ganslot's effect to guarantee the Blaster Blade ride for next turn. And now Dead Links has drawn into lots of grade 1s for his turn 1. So he's going to go ahead and ride the...
That was the witch, right? If I know my cards.
Yes, the witch. It's rested to discard a card and draw a card. And that's a really good grade 1 ride if you're trying to play the damage denial play. He's going to use it to draw into an domain. So that was actually a very smart move to go for the damage denial, discard the Sharon, and draw into a domain. And now we have a Bedivere being ridden, as GamerPenguin doesn't really have the need to ride a Blaster Blade. There's no point in wasting the Blaster Blade when you don't have the Counterblast for Wingull. So again, we saw the Bedivere ride, and he's going to deal 1 damage and go ahead and pass the turn. Alright, so Dead Links here is going to go ahead and ride Cursed Lancer. And that is the on-hit countercharge 1, grade 2. We do see another copy of it in damage. So there may not be a whole lot of countercharging on Dead Link's side of the board this game. But he is going to go ahead and use the starter's effect and grab the Bat of Car so that he does have a counterblast that he can countercharge with Cursed Lancer. And he may have been trying to dig for the Phantom Blaster Dragon with that effect, or even the Overlord so that he would have the Persona Blast. But he didn't get either. He did get a Bat of Car. Bat of Car is honestly a really good card right now, though, as it's just a free +1.
In case you can't tell, he likes free stuff.
Yes, I really like free stuff. That's why I think you guys should all jump into the server and jump into these tournaments, because they're free, and if you win, you get packs. Free packs.
Shameless plug, babe?
Shameless plug, but it was a good one. Alright, so he's going to go and deal 2 damage to the Vanguard here. And we're going to see whether or not that actually helps or hurts GamerPenguin here as he pilots MLB. Because actually at this point, we do know he has a Blaster Blade in hand. If he has the Trumpeter, he could use it to call the Dark. However, as we see, he used the Counterblast on the Blaster Blade, so we see now he already had the Blaster Dark. And that deck is just so consistent. It's crazy how consistent it is, which is why it was hit in Japan, and for some reason not here yet. So it looks like he's gonna push to deal 4 damage to Deadlink's Vanguard right here, all in one turn. He's gonna go and swing the Vanguard. Using the effect, he'll push it up to 25,000 to crit. And that's going to be big enough, 27,000 because of Crossride. Crossride of Blaster Blade and Dark, that is. So that's going to... And he's going to hit 2 heal triggers on drive check. One is going to go through, the other is going to whiff. That's 2 Gancelots out of deck now. Deadlink's here is also going to heal. So that's only going to put him up to 3 damage rather than the 4. He's 2 Nemains in hand now, though. So Deadlink's has a really good hand for plussing at the moment. He's going to go ahead and ride the Phantom Blaster Overlord. And we will probably end up seeing possibly Battle Car and maybe a Nemain called here to go ahead and try and get some plus. And draw into more MacLear. As now that Majesty Lord Blaster's online, he's going to be swinging for lethal a lot faster. He's going to go ahead and discard the Battle Car. Try and draw 2 cards. He does get a MacLear, so that is going to help him survive a little bit longer and possibly be able to try and push before those MacLears are out of his hand. Nemain does need a booster to be able to hit anything right now, though. So,
I mean, that's just a distraction. Just swing an Interceptor.
Yeah, Nemain is definitely... I really like Nemain. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, I don't really know how... I don't think she's all that good. She's a 5K. In the original TCG, she was a 3K, and she was still considered a good card. And in Zero, she's actually even better because she's an Interceptor. And you have to take those out first. In the TCG, you don't have to take out Interceptors first. In Zero, you do. So that just makes her all even more better.
Do you remember how many times we've seen people have to ride that 3K Nemain, though?
Yes. Too many. Alright, and he's going to draw another Nemain off the draw trigger. And he's going to swing at the Vanguard. He's going to deal the damage. And he has the column set up for 22 in case the defensive trigger had been hit.
I mean, that's just an insult, though. Like, really? You're making me waste an attack at this 5K?
Yeah. And it's too bad it's not standard Neo Nectars where you can just swing tokens at it. And he's going to go ahead and swing the Nemain. Just to whiff on the attack, I guess.
Probably just doesn't like having things stood and not rested. You're like that.
Yeah, I don't really like random stood units on my board, I guess. It's needed when you're trying to damage deny, though. He's going to go ahead and use the lean, discard the King of Knights. He's trying to draw into better combo pieces. More than likely something like a PG at this point. Blaster Dark's going to go at the Interceptor and take out the Cursed Lancer, turning against those of his own clan. And now Majesty Lord Blaster is going to come in for the 2 crit attack, but it will be Sentinel. The Gancelot's going to heal. We're seeing a lot of heal triggers
How many are
from
left?
GamerPenguin here. And there's the MacLear PGing the attack. We do have 1 Gancelot left in Closed Knowledge. So it's either in deck or it's in GamerPenguin's hand. However, if it's in hand, he probably would have already sent it back. Alright, and now we have a Nemain.
Ooh.
And that's going to draw into the copy of the Vanguard. There's the booster, Nightmare Painter, and he's going to use it to shove the PBD in Soul, and now he has cross-ride power without even having to ride the Phantom Blaster Dragon.
Like we said earlier, you don't just
He's going to go ahead
get
and...
that top 100 without knowing what you're doing.
Oh, yes. And so we saw Phantom Blaster Overlord use the skill, retired its own booster to retire the Wingull Brave. And we see that strategy a lot in Zero, even though GamerPenguin has the Blade and Dark already in Soul.
But deck enemies, deck winners.
Retiring boosters is also just a really good common strategy.
The few times I do play Kagero.
Yeah, I actually want to target their boosters a lot. Sometimes even prioritizing them over interceptors.
Oh, I do.
And the PBO will swing, go ahead and Persona Blast for the 2 crit, but it will be Sentineled. So the damage is now tied at 3. And we're going to see Lean again. So obviously GamerPenguin is not liking what he's drawing so far. Constantly just using Lean over and over and over to try and draw into better cards. We're going to see him swing on the main. The other MLB is going to go ahead and swing on the other interceptor. And now we're going to see Majesty Lord Blaster attack. He does have to hit the trigger to hit the Vanguard, though. And he doesn't hit it. So the 12 on 13 isn't going to hit. And it's going to pass back over to Deadlink's turn. And Deadlink's has been able to hold onto this MacLear due to the fact that he retired the Vanguard booster. Like, that allowed him to hold on to his MacLear. He's going to be able to survive possibly another turn off that. And that's definitely going to help, as Deadlink's already won Game 1. And he's pulling out some very smart plays to be able to try and win Game 2 as well. PBO's going to attack no Persona Blast. It's just going to swing the vanilla 13k and deal the 4th damage to the Majesty Lord Blaster. Majesty Lord Blaster is now sitting at 17, so either column can hit. And he's going to go ahead and swing the PBO boosted by Nightmare Painter. And that's going to put him at 27. So now we have the bat of cards. Probably going to go ahead and swing on the rear guard. Here it is. Swinging on the one with the booster, so that's also a pretty smart play there. And that's going to go ahead and end his turn. He has no interceptors, however. So that is a kind of risky play. However, he didn't have the counterblast to call to the main. So he was left with little choice there. Alright, so we're going to see a Blaster Blade. He's going to go ahead and use it. And he's going to pop off probably the PBO. Yep. So, and then he's going to call... okay, so he's going to call Trumpeter. And he may end up using its skill to call the Dark and have MLB online again. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. So, last turn we saw the MLB not able to hit the Vanguard. This time he's making sure it can by calling the Blaster Dark with Star Call Trumpeter. And we're going to see that MLB attacking the Vanguard now. He's going to use the effect and get it up to 22,000 with a crit. But we do see the MacLear in hand, so Deadlinks will be able to Sentinel this attack. Alright, and that will end the turn. So at this point, it is just Deadlink's opportunity to go ahead and try and push for game. As we see here, GamerPenguin only has 1 interceptor, 1 card in hand, and 5 damage. And he's going to go and use the main. He's going to draw into a PG off of it. So this may be an opportunity to just go ahead and swing out with what he has in hand. He may call the Phantom Blaster Dragon, but he may just want to hold on to it and use it for effects such as discarding and things like that. He's going to go and swing the domain on the Trumpeter. And here comes the Vanguard attack on the Vanguard now. And assuming that there's a Sentinel in GamerPenguin's hand, that's going to go ahead and get Sentineled. And there it is. So that means that the final attack here is going to be the Bat of Card going ahead and swinging for lethal. And GamerPenguin's going to have to bank on that 1 heal trigger left in his deck. He does not hit it, but there's the Sentinel. So that will be the match as Deadlinks moves on to the semifinals. And good luck to our top 4 competitors as you all move on to again to the semifinals.